American Performer Series is basically replacing our American Special Series. The American Special Series has been out for probably around 10 years. We haven't really done anything to refresh it or change it in a long time. It was basically only 3 guitars at this point in time, which was a Strat, a Strat HSS, and a Telecaster. So for the American Performer Series, we wanted to come out with all new colors, all new features, and an expanded palette of models. And so that's what we did. What I'm holding here is a Strat, an American Performer Strat. The cool thing about all the guitars and basses, one of the best features in my opinion, is the Yosemite pickups. We worked with our pickup guru Tim Shaw to develop these new pickups. A lot of them are using Alnico 4 magnets, which we don't normally use, but they sound great. Another cool thing about a lot of these single coils is, instead of using wax potting, we use shellac. Potting the pickup seals the windings in so it doesn't get microphonic. Believe it or not, the material that you use to pot the pickup has a big effect on the sound. So shellacking it allows the pickup to have a little bit more overtones and sound a little bit more open. So the Yosemite pickups are a great feature of all the new guitars. They all have modern C necks with the satin back, so they're nice and slick. Jumbo frets for easy bending. We've also got a new set of tuners here that we're calling Classic Gear, and as you can see when you're looking at these, they look just like regular vintage tuners. However, when you look closely, you'll notice there's no screws attaching them to the headstock. That's because these mount just like our regular modern tuners. So there's 2 pins that prevent it from moving laterally, and they attach to the front of the headstock and get tightened down with a simple nut mechanism. What this means is we have a set of tuners now that look exactly like vintage, but they fit on all the modern mounts of all our Strats and Tellies. In addition to that, the gear ratio on the inside is 18:1, so it's more sensitive. You can fine tune a little better. So these new Classic Gear tuners give you the vintage look, but modern functionality. And these are drop-in replacements for all the modern Strats and Tellies. So if you want to get a vintage look, now you can use these Classic Gear tuners, which we're selling separately too. This is a new Honeyburst finish. Very nice. We have a lot of new colors that I'll go through. One cool feature about this American Performer Strat is there's a push-pull button that allows you to add the neck pickup in to positions that don't have the neck. So if you're on the bridge and you pull that out, now you have the bridge and the neck. If you're in the second position that has the neck and the bridge and middle on and you pull that out, now you have all 3 pickups on. So it gives you a couple extra tones, which are really nice and usable. All the guitars and basses feature a nice branded Fender neck plate and a new Fender logo. It's our 70s logo, but we put the Fender we made silver. So that's the new American Performer Stratocaster. Actually, that's the right neck plate. I wanted to show you the right neck plate. This is another new color that we're looking at. This is Penny, which is a nice copper metallic. Looks really great, offset with that black pickguard. All the American Performer Strats have the vintage style bridge with 6-screw mount. So, as you can see while you're looking at the wall here, we've got a Strat and a Strat with a humbucker. The humbucker is called the double tap humbucker. Again, we worked with our pickup guru Tim Shaw to develop a new humbucker. This is also using Alnico 4. It is wax potted, not shellac potted. The cool thing about the humbucker models is you can split the humbucker into a single coil with a twist. We usually use PAF style low output humbuckers. When you split a humbucker that's low output into a single coil, a lot of times that single coil that gets split off is a little weaker and doesn't sound as big and bold as a normal single coil. So what Tim Shaw did for us is help us develop a pickup where in humbucker mode, one of the single coils that you would tap is actually tapped at a lower output to match the other low output single coil. When you pull this knob out, it actually splits the coil off into a single coil and then untaps it at a higher output volume. So now you've got a true single coil that's full-throated and it matches the other 2 single coils much better. So that's kind of a new thing with the double tap humbucker. Really neat and it works really well. We've also got Telecasters that also have new Yosemite pickups, vintage style bridge, again modern C neck shape with 9.5-inch radius and medium jumbo frets. Again, you're looking at the Penny here, which is that nice copper color. We've also added a Telly with a humbucker. Again, You get that push-pull pot to split this off. It's a double tap humbucker, and you can split it into the coil that's tapped at a higher output so it matches the bridge better. Again, that new double technology works great on the Telecaster pickups as well. So a double tap mated with a Yosemite sounds great. Classic ear tuners on all the guitars. So that's a really cool model that we've added. And then we've added some Mustangs and Jazzmasters into the line. As you close up on the Jazzmasters, you'll probably notice that the bridge looks a little odd for a Jazzmaster. That's because we put a Strat tremolo on there. We wanted to kind of try something new. A lot of people seem to have trouble with the Jazzmaster bridge, or maybe don't want to deal with the idiosyncrasies of a Jazzmaster bridge. So we tried a Strat tremolo and we loved it. It works great on a Jazzmaster, and of course these have the new Yosemite Jazzmaster pickups. Same nice 9.5-inch radius with a satin, modern C-neck and jumbo frets, available in all these great colors. We're trying some satins. You're looking at the satin Lake Placid Blue right now, and in the light you can really see that the satin metallic looks really nice and metallic-like. Sometimes you lose that with the satin, but not on this one. And then finally, the Mustang's really exciting to me because we totally revamped the bridge. Of course, we have Yosemite pickups, but what we did here is we asked our R&D department to redesign the bridge so it looks like a vintage Mustang bridge, but we just want it to work a lot better. This thing stays in tune way better than a vintage one. On the inside there, it's got kind of a two-point system, just like on a modern two-point Strat trem. So there's a knife edge, and the plate on the inside is kind of rocking on just 2 points, which reduces a lot of friction, makes the action of the bridge a lot smoother. So this is just a vintage-looking Mustang bridge that just functions a lot better, which is awesome. And you can see the colors here. We've got a satin sonic blue on the Mustang, penny, 3-tone sunburst, and vintage white. So that's all the new American Performer guitars.